Good morning, guys. Wanted to jump on and do an Amanda rant with you guys because I haven't done one for a while. And this has really strongly been coming up for me the last couple of days and last week because I'm in the middle of creating a new program at the moment, which I am so freaking excited about. But if you've had any dealings with me, you know that I'm really not about traditional fitness or traditional programs. I don't believe that there's one size fits all when it comes to our health and fitness. What works for you might not work for the other person, or what once worked for you might not work for you now. And I think it's a lot about discovering what really works for you. What do you need right here, right now? And what's been coming up for me a lot is just all of these BS rules that we put on ourselves when it comes to our health, when it comes to our fitness. And it's just crazy because we really are hamstringing ourselves because we put so much pressure, expectation on ourselves about what being healthy should look like or being fit should look like. And most of the time it's so unrealistic, it is so unmanageable and unmaintainable, yet these are the standards we're holding ourselves to. And it's crazy because when we don't meet those standards, we then feel like we've failed. Need an example of this. It many times have you told yourself that, I'm not motivated, so, I'm just waiting for my motivation to kick in? Like, I get it. And please understand when I say all this, part of the reason I'm so passionate about it and I am so relatable because I have been through this and I still struggle with some of this too because I'm human. I'm not one of those trainers that's like, yeah, just eat lettuce for breakfast. Literally segue, I had a trainer once tell me, just eat tuna for breakfast, and bring a client of his to tears because she'd had chocolate when she was hormonal. Shokara. Needless to say, he wasn't my trainer for much longer. But yeah, some people just don't get it, and I'm actually not bagging it because different trainers for different people for different scenarios. But yeah, for a lot of us, that just doesn't resonate. And yeah, thinking, what is this magical motivational moment that we keep expecting? Because if we keep putting it off and we keep waiting to be motivated, well, what happens to our health in that time? What happens to our fitness? Like, if we're not looking after ourselves, we're only going backwards. So it means when we are finally motivated, we've got to then work that bloody much harder because we're already starting from a back space. And I think, again, this is because of these rules that we put on ourselves. It's these expectations we have about this is what fitness must look like. It must be extreme. I must be eating super clean. I must be going to the gym 5 times a week. Why? If you hate it, why are you forcing yourself to do it? And realistically, how long do you think that you're going to be able to maintain that for? But then we play the game of, yeah, but I'm using this as a kickstart. I'm going to do this, I'm going to smash myself, and then I'm going to get to the results that I want, and then I'm just going to be able to maintain it. BS. Because, and no disrespect and disregard, because again, I have played this game so many times with myself. By doing that and overhauling it and completely changing your lifestyle and following this program or diet to get those results, you haven't fixed anything. You haven't changed anything. So when you've magically now got to this magical number on the scale, you're going to revert back to old habits. You have to. If you even get to that magical number, because there's a good chance you will have fallen off the wagon, because when you're on a diet or program, don't think about chocolate, don't think about chocolate, don't think about, how did that chocolate end up in my mouth? Know what I mean? Like, are you right there, Yuki? Sorry, Yuki's down here with me. My shadow. Say hello, Yuki dog. And just started kicking stuff off the couch. So she's like, yeah, diets, be gone. Good girl. But yeah, so we get to this magical number and all of a sudden all our old habits creep back in. So we actually haven't fixed anything. So while a lot of programs work, if you've ever heard me talk about it, I actually believe a lot of the programs out there are quite good. They're quite legitimate and people can get results on them. The problem is though, I find a lot of the time it's a band-aid. Because as soon as you stop doing that program, you do stop following that way of life, well, things start falling off. And because you actually haven't discovered about what you need and what you want, well, it's really hard to adapt that in different situations. It's really hard to maintain that because it's not your way. It's someone else's way that you've been trying to force into your world. Make sense? And the other crazy thing about it that's really, really sitting with me, and I've shared this story before, I remember like a big turning point for me when I went, Amanda, you've really actually got to change something. And that something's you. You've got to start changing your mindset. I was at my in-laws having dinner and it was awesome. And then there was dessert. And I remember going, oh, no, thanks. I don't want a piece of cake. Like on the inside, I was screaming for that piece of cake. I really wanted it. And being a secret binge eater, I had already started planning out how I was going to do it in secret. I'll get this, I'll get that. And just went, holy shit, Amanda, stop. This is crazy. You keep saying no to this cake. You have for years and years and years, yet you're exactly in the same spot that you were 10 years ago, 17 years ago. Like, what's going on? You can't keep doing this. Like, it really is the whole doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And just because it's a new diet or a new program, or I actually wasn't changing anything. I was secretly hoping that there was going to be this magic fix and all of a sudden, bang, this would be my magic cure. And finally it would be the missing piece and it would be that understanding I'd have that I could continue it. At the end of the day, it was just a Band-Aid. Nothing was really changing. I'd either A, be all preachy about, woo, I'm pure, I'm doing this diet, I absolutely can't. Or I would be suffering my way through it or white knuckling it and just not getting anywhere. Yeah, maybe I'd have results for a short time, but never keep them because nothing ever changed. And I think, yeah, that's what's sort of sitting with me, that we can't get that time back. Like, how many social functions have you been to and you said no or deprived yourself? You haven't enjoyed it. How many dinners have you been to or parties, or how many things have you actually avoided because you've been on a diet? Because like, as soon as you start a diet, right, how many invites do you get? Yeah, hear me? It's like, it's just the universe knows and it's like testing you. But we can't get those moments back. We can't go back and spend time with those people. We can only, be present and in the moment. So why are we suffering through it and white knuckling it? And by all means, because I know that there would be for some of you some guilt coming up and some, oh my god, but I don't trust myself, I'll go crazy. Hey, I'm not giving you a free slate. If you want it, take it by all means, but it's not a go crazy, need everything on the table. It's like, when do we learn to trust ourselves, sit in that emotion and just be and enjoy the moment? And I think a huge part of that is all of the BS rules that we create for ourselves and all the pressure, because it really is like, how much pressure can we put on ourselves? How much expectation? How much this has to be perfect, that has to be perfect? Like, how many times do we have to try and force ourselves to be a certain way? I've got to kill myself at gym and then undo it all on the weekend, or I've got to smash myself for 3 months and then, 3 months later, where are you at? Yeah, no, all the weight hasn't crept on, but a little bit has. And know what I mean? Like, it's just these games we play with ourselves and it doesn't get us anywhere. And I really don't think it helps us. So a lot of what I teach, and it's really hard and I'm struggling with it a little to label it, because it's not what the fitness industry as a whole preaches. I know that there are others out there like me. And if you happen to be a fitness professional with a similar mindset or nutritionist or something, please reach out. I would really love to hear from you, because I love connecting with people. But yeah, a lot of it is about, it's transformation and it's about results and it's about, they're, as I said, they're Band-Aids most of the time. I'm seeing now more incorporate things like mindset and stuff, which is awesome, but it doesn't really address things and it doesn't give you that integral support you need for someone to check in on you, because in a lot of it you're just another number. And I know for me, I struggled with that, because I could be saying one thing but actually one thing was happening in here, or I could just avoid it. I could run away and hide without having that accountability and support there to check in and go, hey man, no, you said this. No judgment if you did or didn't, but okay, if that's a trigger, let's talk about it, let's explore it. So I am struggling because I help people get results and I help them, but it's not from a, hey, I'm going to help you drop 6 kilos in 6 days. Not my jam, because been there, done that many times myself. Like, let's start counting up how many kilos we've lost and put back on and lost and put back on, right? Not cool. So it's more about the mindset. It's about helping discover what you need, how you need it, when you need it, and then realizing that changes and helping us let go of some of that BS that we put on ourselves and this expectation of what health and fitness has to look like, so that we can actually do the things we love and that we enjoy. Really, like, how much time do we spend in our heads just full of shit? All of the, oh, I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and we're not actually present. I said in one of my lives the other day, we're not going to look back on our deathbed and go, oh, I'm so glad that I cleaned the house and it's beautiful, or gosh, I'm so glad that I finished that spreadsheet and said no to my family's this or that function, or, you know, life is so precious. And to fully explore it and to experience it and to be the best version of you and who you want to be, you need to be healthy to do that, and you need to be fit. But that doesn't have to be bikini model fit or athlete fit. It means you just need to be healthier, fitter, and stronger, feeling good and loving yourself. Make sense? Yeah, I think I'm going to end it there, because I literally could talk about this for hours, and if you need some sleep material, it might be good for you. But I think it's a really good reminder, because it's coming up a lot in a lot of different forums I'm in. Some of my clients, you know, to share, one of my members, love this to death. One of the quotes I had put up in our group was, because we do an accountability and check-in each week. Hey, this is what I want to achieve, help them stay on track with that. And it's a really good network and support for each other, encourage each other and help. And one of them had actually said, the quote had said, one bad meal won't make you unhealthy, just like one good meal won't make you healthy. It's our daily consistent choices that really have the most impact. And they said something along the lines of, wow, really needed to hear that. After eating really well for a couple of weeks, I had a couple of bad days, and I'd felt that it was the end of the world, when it's not really. Oh my God, I freaking love this. And it's so true, because in our head, we build it up to be so much worse than it is, right? We put this pressure and expectation, oh, I've blown it, whoa. Can't go back and change it. So why do we spend so much energy about it? And it's such a wasted energy, because it doesn't help or change anything. So how do we flip that around and take those BS rules and pressure and expectations and craziness away, so we can enjoy life? We can be healthier and happier. We can spend time doing the things that we love with our family, our friends, our businesses, our jobs, for those of you that like them, you know, our little pets. Doing something fun and outdoors and in the sun, or just being. How do we spend more time on that than stressing about, oh crap, I can't eat this, I can't eat that, and oh, I'm fat and I hate myself, and oh, look at this, and I look gross, and just yuck, right? We need to stop. So yeah, all right, I really need to sign off there, because otherwise it really will be an hour and my coffee will go cold. I would really love to hear your thoughts on that. Did it resonate? Did it not? Were you nodding along, or are you actually ready to like punch on with me? Did I push buttons? Did it resonate? Hit like if you agree with me, and even if you don't. All right, I clearly need a coffee. Have an amazing day, guys. I hope this resonated and just planted some seeds that it's time we flip it round. It's time we use some common sense. It's time that we just remove this pressure and BS from ourselves, because we deserve to feel freaking amazing. And here's the really cool thing. The better you feel, the more you give. And that's exactly what the world, your family, your friends, we all want and we all need, because you are awesome. And when we're feeling good, right, we just give so much more. And I think that that is a really important thing for us to all take on board. So how can we start letting go of some of the games and craziness? All right, rant over. Long rant. Oof, passionate. All right, have an amazing day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.